Good morning.
Good morning.
Just making sure the waiting room is cleared. It looks like we are all set. Morning, this is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to certain temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We're joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. There's only one item on this morning's agenda. I will read the item into the record, ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You will then make a brief presentation regarding the proposal, followed by questions by the Entertainment Division, and there will be an opportunity for testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. The only item before the Entertainment Division this morning is AMF Bowling Centers, Inc., doing business as Lucky Strike Fenway, located at 145 Ipswich Street. The application before the division is to add the entertainment categories of audio device, 94 widescreen TVs, 153 projectors, dancing by patrons, automatic amusement devices, and disc jockey. Who's present on behalf of the applicant?
Good morning, Attorney Green, Executive Director Joyce, and Director Fu, Attorney Trish Farnsworth with Lawson and Whiteson in Boston. On behalf of the proposed licensee, and with me is Ivy Hudson, the manager.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Thank you for being with us. Attorney Farnsworth and Ms. Hudson, if you want to just briefly present the proposed entertainment to the division.
Sure. So this is Jillian's Lucky Strike over in the Fenway. This is the last step. AMF Bowling Centers purchased the Lucky Strike venues. So they purchased two here in Mass, one in Boston, one in Somerville. We had to transfer liquor licenses. This Boston location was a little, I'll just say, challenging. We needed an assembly permit and there were some things. So anyway, this is our last step. So it's a live entertainment license. We know they're non-transferable, but what we want is a new license, live, the exact same, except with just a couple of noted changes. The amusement device application was put in. So there was previously 153 amusement devices, and now we're going to have 137. So those lists of those devices were attached. And I think there was a mistake that it was 153 projectors. There's just one projector. That 153 was the prior number of automatic amusement devices. So that has been updated. It's at 2 a.m. Just want to make that one clear as well. And it should, line up with the alcohol license. And that Ivy is the manager. She's the manager on the alcohol license. She's been with AMF, which is owned by Bolero. Bolero is a publicly traded company. They have more than 300 of these entertainment facilities across the US, I think in like 35 states and 7 here in Massachusetts. So, as far as the live entertainment, it's, a disc jockey, but Ivy can talk about that. That's not a usual regular occurrence. They just want to have that if they had, an event or have the ability, but that's not an all-time, an everyday occurrence. It's really the bowling, the billiards, which we have those licenses, and these TVs all over the place, and then these amusement devices. Really, the second floor is just, it's like an arcade. I mean, for lack of a better word. But it's nice. It's a very nice place. And they have food. And so I think, and it's always been live entertainment or, zoned for that use for many, many years over there.
Thank you. And just for the record, the 2 a.m. close was approved by the licensing board earlier this morning. So that should be taken care of. Anything further, Attorney Farnsworth or Ms. Hudson, before we move to questions from the Entertainment Division?
Nope, nothing from me.
Okay.
Thank you. So bear with us while we ask some questions. We do have to write a written decision, and this we have not been involved in this entertainment license because I think it was originally approved in the 80s. So, these events you're talking about on occasion, can you describe them to us in some detail, where they occur inside? Would they be all ages, as if we don't know about what's going, the premise?
Yeah, so we do a lot of corporate events, adult birthday parties, kids' birthday parties. A DJ would probably be more in the adult party, corporate party type of thing. It'll be with the bowling upstairs. Probably not on the second floor with the arcade and everything. The really wouldn't be any room to do that. So it'd be mainly on that floor that has the bowling and the billiards, and just to make sure everybody has a good time, have that extra thing that we can do for our guests to ensure they have a great time.
Okay, and then, so can you clarify about the TVs? I know sometimes they're combined into one big screen or are they ever used separately? We need to have a better understanding of this to determine what your fee will be, because televisions are charged per TV, but
So I think this is for the we have video screens, or it's called a video wall. So like at the end of the bowling lanes, there's a big video wall where we can play different things on the screens. Have 4 different channels going at one time.
Okay, so you do break them up at times.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, how many TVs are there?
94, yep.
Yeah, 94.
I just want to confirm the TVs don't include like the bowling monitors, right?
They should not know. The bowling
Okay,
monitors are there for scoring.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, and then could you walk us through your dispersal plan, especially given this location being so close to MGM and Fenway concerts and stuff? We want to take that into consideration with this application.
What was the question?
At the end of the night at 2 a.m. when people are leaving and you're trying to clear out your licensed premise, do you have a plan in place for that in general, but also to address crowds on the nights that MGM might have an event or Fenway might have an event, and that entire neighborhood is, being released around the same time?
So we would be asking our people to leave. Our managers are crowd control certified. I don't know if there's like really an exact.
Well, can you talk about how you do that? Does a security person go outside? Do they clear each floor one at a time? Like, we need some information like that.
So yeah, we would send everybody to, clear each floor and have everybody leave. We can make announcements, just talk to the guests, say, hey, it's time to go.
Okay. And then is there an area outside for rideshare? Or how do you control people loitering, waiting for their Uber, waiting for their Lyft? Do you have staff that goes outside at the end of the night?
I don't believe so, no.
So we need to talk that through, because you're responsible for making sure there are not crowds gathering on the sidewalk outside your licensed premise.
Okay.
So you need to provide some information for us about how you're going to prevent crowds from gathering outside and loitering. If you want to,
We can come up with a plan,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, we can come up with.
you need that on file. Should there be a violation, we can refer to it at a violation hearing. Something that management should be thinking through. But you can submit that to us after the hearing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Just see what else. I think that covered it from my perspective. Rebecca, do you have other questions that you need answered?
Yes. What type of abutters do you guys have? Is it residential, commercial, mixed?
What was that?
What type of abutters? Residential, commercial?
I don't think there's any residences. I mean,
Okay.
really all commercial, correct? It's the MGM, it's, the whole Lansdowne.
There's
street.
no
Yeah.
residential over there.
Okay. And then did you guys have a community process?
We did not.
Did you check in with Office of Neighborhood Services to see if one was needed?
We did, yeah.
Okay. And then 7 days until 2 AM, correct?
Yes.
Is there any entertainment outside? Do you have a patio, anything like that?
No,
Okay.
I think there's a roof, that's used for private events, but I think, yeah, all entertainment on the 4th floor must stop by 11 PM. I think if there's a private event up there. That's,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the old license. So that, I believe that is that somewhat outside or open? I think that's what the issue with that was.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it's outside. So I'm looking at the inspection certificate. It looks like there's 4 floors and it says the first floor is a capacity of about 700 and that it says nightclub on there. So are there nights where there is like a DJ where there are events, like public events?
On the first floor? I
Mhm.
don't think so, Ivy. All like events would be on the 3rd floor or in
I
that private,
believe
room,
so,
right?
yeah.
So the dancing by patrons is only for these more private buyouts for the 3rd floor, nothing on the 1st floor?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a usual occurrence, this dancing.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, so what is on the 1st floor? That's a large capacity. I see 2nd floor says pool hall, 3rd floor bowling, and restaurant, and 4th floor private room outdoor. So just to clarify what the 1st floor is with the 700 capacity.
Yeah, I don't have the plans in front of me. I think the first floor, is smaller though. I think you walk in and it's smaller and then there's like a mezzanine and you go up and that's where all the arcades are.
Okay.
If I
Hmm,
have.
I wonder if the CI is incorrect. We can clarify it after the
Okay,
hearing.
I'm
I
actually
don't,
trying to look at the plans. 'Cause we did
yeah,
submit the plans. I haven't been there in a long time. I should have gone there.
yeah. I think the floor plans that were submitted didn't indicate all the entertainment areas, so we will need that as well.
Okay, so when you say entertainment, so you want like all of the amusement devices, like
Yeah, it should-
shown?
A general, like where all the arcade games are,
Okay.
where the supposed dance floor might be during events, where
Okay,
bowling, anything like that. And then, so Ivy, are you the manager?
There's multiple managers.
Okay, can you just tell us about your management experience? Have you worked at other licensed premises?
Yeah, so I've been with the company, it'll be 17 years in October. I started out as a lane server, went up to shift leader for a couple years, then assistant manager for a couple years. Then I was a GM for 8 years. I was a GM of 4 different locations. And now I'm a DM and I oversee 5 locations, and I've been doing that for 2 years now.
DM district manager?
Yes,
Sorry, how long did you say? you've been
2
there?
years as a district manager.
and at some point we'll be coming back and changing Ivy off of this, for the on-site person, but we just wanted to get this done at this point.
And is there always a manager on duty? At all
Yes.
times? Is there ever time there are age groups restricted access to the premise? Like 21 plus, anything like that?
I'm not 100% sure.
I can find out. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like, that's generally not something, a general practice for us.
Okay. And do you guys have a cover charge there or use of external promoters?
No.
There's no cover charge?
Cover charge at Jillian's not that I know
Okay.
of,
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
no.
And
mean-
then how often do you have security staff at the premise?
I'm not 100% sure.
You know how many cameras are on premise?
I do not know.
We can
Okay.
send you, do you want us to send you a security plan with,
Yeah. So we definitely want a security dispersal emergency operations plan, given the large capacity of the venue, there's many floors. And try to take into account if MGM or Fenway has an event, just to avoid any kind of loitering outside because there's a lot of crowds. So it would be a lot for the police to manage. If and when you do have security staff, like on the weekends, how many, where are they located, how many cameras? How often the cameras retain footage? Should there be a violation, then the board or the licensing division will want that. And then I know there's no, I don't believe there's any residential abutters as you stated. Was any soundproofing or anything like that installed, or was this just a transfer? Kind of kept everything as
this,
is.
yeah, this, it's everything as is. I mean, it's a big brick building, as far as I know, there's no noise that transmits outside. I mean, it's not bands, it's not, it's really just these arcades and bowling and billiards.
I'm not sure previously if Jillian's had like a nightclub portion, so that's why we asked. It's been like over 20 years. We're not sure how things have changed. Okay, I think that concludes all of my questions.
Thank you, Director Joyce. Anything further before we move to testimony?
Not right now.
Okay, are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Yes, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer judgment to this board. We're unaware of any specific concerns. As mentioned, the applicant was in contact with our office, with being a longstanding business in this area, with other establishments around the area with similar hours and offering similar services. As I mentioned, we're not aware of any concerns. I believe the Fenway Civic Association just wanted assurances that just sound wouldn't be, pushing past Boylston Street down into the residential portion of the neighborhood, and that just the applicant be considerate if problems do arise. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Having heard that, anything further, Director Joyce or Director Fu?
Nope.
Great. With that, the Executive Director will take this matter under advisement and will issue a written decision. Please do submit the requested plans as soon as you are able.
Yes,
And-
so what we're gonna do is the, just this disbursement plan, security plan. We'll note on the floor plans where the entertainment is. We will double confirm that there's no 21+ events and no cover charge. We don't think so, but we can double confirm that.
And that security
that
plan
it?
should also show the number and location of any cameras.
Right, right. Yeah, people, staff and cameras.
Exactly. That's right. Thank you very much. In that case, that will adjourn this morning's hearing. Thank you all, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.